So, sunny good morning from the UK at just before 5:30 in the morning. For our next episode, which is episode 4, and we're going to head back over to the Australias. It's going to be a nice, quiet start for us. Here, the American party is still rolling. It's still rolling, but they're going to finish up in the next 10 minutes or so. So we probably won't have a lot of people here, but if you're here already, thank you for being with us. And when I say us, myself and Ian. Ian, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. Not too bad. Fully rested,
Good.
he says. Yes, I've had some rest. The face might tell you a different story, but I promise you I've had some rest. Yeah, it's a little bit of a quick turnaround this time around.
Yep.
But the next one will be a bit longer, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, how you getting with the progress on your build? Because obviously, I've gone and had a bit of a nap and stuff, so you must be carried on. Let me highlight you. Sorry.
Onto the weathering section.
Oh, look at that. 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep. And then it's onto painting the figure, and I'm hoping to get the base started today. So yeah, so it's onto the part I enjoy the most. Just finished doing all the paint chipping, and now I'm just doing the weathering, and yeah, once that's done, I can hook into the base.
Excellent. You're well on track then in that case.
I am, yes. Yeah, so far looking really good.
Excellent. Oh, that's fantastic news. Yeah, so we're just gonna have a nice chilled session so far.
Yep.
Well, for the next hour or so, once I've got myself organised. And I just noticed actually that the man of the hour for me anyway is just arrived there in the chat. Nick, don't sound rested there, James. No. This is my my morning hoarseness. So it's perfectly normal. Trust me. Why the man of hour? I hear you cry. Well, while I've been resting, Nick has sent me a message in the night and has thoroughly enjoyed everything so far. So thank you. First of all, that's great to hear. I'm glad people are getting the entertainment from it. But he's also asked me a question as to whether I would be willing to accept a couple of models to add into the auction for the Australian auction. And the answer,
fantastic.
That is amazing, incredibly generous of you. You have given me some information there. Just PM me as to what exactly you would like to donate, and yes, I'll happily add them into the auction. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. As with all the auction lots, there is postage due from the people that bid. So we will communicate with each other as just how we're going to sort that out. Not complicated, I know it's not, but I'd like to tie those things up at some point. But yes, Nick, is the answer to your question. I would happily take that donation. Thank you for being one of our supporters. That's the sort of thing that blows me away. You know, that sort of kindness. Talking of kindness, we have been steadily going along through the night here in the UK with the total as well. He says not being prepared at all. You thought the earlier shows were non-professional. You wait to see the next hour. Yeah, so here's an update for you for our total right now. We're 74% to our target, so just over the £1,100. Sorry, £1,114 in all. So thank you so much to all of our supporters and people that have donated. That is phenomenal, and I can tell you that compared to last year, we've already surpassed last year. But the strange part is we've had less supporters, less donators. than last year. So we're going to easily reach the target without the auction. But with the auction, we will smash it this year. So that's fantastic. Really, really fantastic. So, and I don't know if people out there that are watching have done these sort of things. Setting a target is so difficult to really understand. Is it achievable? Is it reaching too far? Too little? Blah blah. But we're doing amazingly. So thank you so much, everyone. Just read Nick's next comment. There's only some models that one person can build in a lifetime. It's all called having doubles up in the stash. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, that if that helps your stash, yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. So, why I hear you cry. So, yeah, talking about donations. If you want to make a donation, it's open 24 hours a day. So, this is how you do it. Talking about being professional, that was the wrong button.
Oh.
So, yep, there you go. That's how you make your donations. Thank you very much in advance for them. Anyone that does make a donation goes into a free prize draw. It's called the draw of exclusiveness. Your name's put into a hat. If it's pulled out, you get something very, very exclusive sent to you free of charge. But it's just as an added way of saying thank you very much for supporting us and taking part. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll read that in a second. Sorry. Yeah, so okay, yes. So Nick's just sent me a PM in relation to the kits. I will reveal all a little bit later on, because I do need to do a little bit of admin involved with that. But yeah, that's fine, no problem. It would appear that our colleagues over in the US have finished their stream, I believe. Yep. So thank you very much, everybody that was involved in that and how they're doing. This is the one problem with this. Never got enough screens, and they're never in the right place to look at them.
Yep.
So yeah. So that does that. I'm just going to do this. Excuse me while I do this, because otherwise I won't know what's going on in my own little world. There we go. Cool. Not that I need to look at myself, but I'm over there as well. And you, obviously, you're not I'm not by myself. You're with me, Ian.
That I am.
It just one thing I've learned during this streaming business is that sometimes when you play those videos, StreamYard gets a little confused, and sometimes the music's a little bit fast at the beginning, and then it slows down. And it's all good. But then sometimes it's really, really jumpy on my screen, what I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, oh no, is it not working? I haven't got a clue. Look over there, and it's
That's
running
perfect.
smooth as.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to have it on another screen. But hey, so we've got a couple. So yeah, there we go. So we've got White Glove Models is joining us. Hello again, James. Hi guys, how you doing?
G'day.
G'day indeed. Thank you for being with us. You've been I think you've been in every stream, White Glove Models, so far. So good, well done you. I hope you're taking a break and taking a rest. Encourage that. Nick is just saying, I'm watching on my iPhone, so I have to drop out of the live to send messages. The Wi-Fi doesn't get to my model room. No. Yeah, see, this is where I'm really fortunate in my model room. It's all wired in, so touch wood. I might have tempted the gods then, but touch wood, it all should work fine. There you go. Richard Thomas, Scale Model World, is there saying hello. Not long awoke. So far, I've watched a large part of the UK and Europe segment and just the last 8 minutes of the US segment. Excellent. Well, there's plenty more segments to come. This isn't going to be a rip-roaring one because
It's just me.
Yeah. It's just, well, we could be a party in ourselves. It's just the two of us, but
Yep.
yeah, I got to do a little bit of admin, and then I've got to get into the spray booth. So, yeah, it's a good segue actually. I will show you where I'm at with my build in just 2 seconds. I'll just be doing this. Man's there. Hi all. Hi mate. How you doing? And White Gloves Model says, I'll be heading to bed soon. It's only 10:30 here in California. Yes. So make sure you get your rest. It's very important.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone being. I mean, it's great, that you're all adults. So I'm not going to tell you off, but it's great that people are getting involved. But make sure you look after yourself. For me, my build. So where did I leave it? So obviously, I've just come back downstairs from having a rest. And basically, the situation is this. So I have got the first bit of primer on.
Nice.
Onto the main body. Everything's buttoned up. Cockpit's all done. Had a few issues in that when I put the base cockpit in, I stupidly made the mistake of not testing it first of all to make sure it all fit properly, and had to do a little bit of surgery to make sure I could get the cockpit lid on, which is a bit upsetting, but it's fine. It's in. It's fine. And then obviously I've got my other parts here that are some are primed in different ways and at different stages. So that is the kit, literally. So yeah, it's almost disappointing to think, oh, is that it really? Oh. However, I have just realised. No, it's all right. It's there. I thought I'd lost the propeller. Oh my God, there's only one there. But no, that's all there. So so I'm going to be mainly playing with the with this. I've noticed there's a little bit of areas in which we've got to sand and do a little bit of work too. A little bit of filler maybe as well. And then we're ready to get some base colour on there. And so on and so forth. I think I'm going to be fairly lucky in that we should be in a position where this should be finished well before the end. So I might have a chance to do some other bits and pieces. So the scheme I've chosen to go for is this one. This is obviously an earth color and a green color on top, in a little bit of a camo pattern. And then this color underneath is a grey blue, from what I remember.
Yeah, great blue.
I haven't got, funny enough, I haven't got the exact color I need, so that's handy for me because I've actually got 3 alternatives in which I'm going to use in its place. So that's cool. So that'll give me a little bit of contrast across the aircraft. I generally make things hard for myself anyway. So yeah. So the plan is that I'm gonna obviously try and do the underside of things first, and then I'm gonna go in with the darker color afterwards, because we do have not a solid color on the back here, and part of the fuselage. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting bit of paintwork. Not something I've particularly done before, so we're doing really good. And obviously, just to confirm that this is the model itself, the Amusing Hobbies West Flagger P1003. It's well, I think they call it a paper model, is it? Where it was only paper, it was never a real thing. Yeah. But obviously, was something that was designed, and I'm guessing it would be the forerunner to what we have wafting through our sky from time to time, in the form of an osprey. So, yeah, tiny little plane really for what it is. But yeah, there we go. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. Scotty's teeth in. Scotty's Scowl Studio. He said, "Nope, I'm staying strong and building because I build so slowly." Okay, that's fine. And he's saying, "Morning, Quano and Richard." So yeah, make sure you chat between yourselves, interact. You know, it's all very good. 8 people watching. So congratulations for being with us and staying with us and all that. We've got a jam-packed day today in many ways, because we will have our first auction today. He says, being completely unprepared and not being on the right page. So our first auction will be the Australian auction, this one here, and I'm looking for the right slide and I can't find it. Bear with me. Where are you? I can't find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Trying to find this thing.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I know I have. I've got so many folders, and I have no idea what I've done with it.
It'll be there somewhere.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. I can't find it right now. I think the auction is isn't it about 9 o'clock your time? I think.
Hang on. Where are we on the paperwork? I had it here somewhere myself. What do I do with it? Just had it 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. Me exactly the same. Me too. I'm just thinking to myself, what on earth have I done with that?
Where have I put it?
I'm sure it's about 9 o'clock. Don't worry. It's no big deal. So
yeah. Oh, here we go. The other side here.
I'll find the right information. We'll go over it. But while we've got you looking at the slides, so we can have a quick look at the lots that are there right now.
Yeah.
So obviously, the first lot is the Airfix 172nd Hadley Page Victor Mark II. This was donated by the On the Bench crew. Thank you so much for your generosity.
No worries.
And now, one thing I should make sure I mention, although it's all over the slides, it's been spoken about an awful lot, then obviously, just to confirm, for those that want to take part in this auction, they must be in the Australian stroke New Zealand area where they live, because that is where it'll be posted. So unless you want to jump on a plane and go all the way to one of those countries and find a post box, a PO box, then don't bid. Please don't bid. All the auctions will be in $1. They'll start with $1 increments and so forth. So no point something. And then once you've won the bid, won the auction, you have to calculate and make sure you are aware that $20 will be added for postage. Now, the reason for that is to make sure across the board that everyone that wins something pays the postage. and anyone that's made a sponsorship, a donation, etc., then has the choice themselves to do with that postage cost. They can do what they wish for that. We will send that the money that you give us for the postage. We will send that to the people, and then they will use that to post your item out. Now, in some cases, in some, not in all, but in some cases, those people may choose to donate that money back to us through the giving page. But that's their choice. No one is on any obligation at all to cover the cost. But I felt that was the right way to do it. So I won't tell you. I know a couple of people that have chosen to do that. I won't tell you who they are. So I'm going to treat everybody the same. And like I say, I will make sure personally that money gets to them, and what they choose to do with it is totally their choice. So that's lot one. Lot two is kindly donated by Metro Hobbies in Melbourne. It is the Tamiya Russian T62A tank. Great little kit. And thank you, I must say, big thank you to Metro Hobbies for stepping in at the last moment and being so supportive. Yeah, really, really amazing. So lot three is a $50 Australian dollar gift card. Yeah, that's yeah. So you can literally go onto the site and do what you like with that. Lot four is Precision Ice and Snow. Now this is a complete ice and snow kit, your choice. So what you see on there right now is not necessarily what you'll get. The reason being is the kind guys at Precision Ice and Snow have suggested that you that we obviously pass on your details. They'll contact you, and then you look on the website and choose which kit you prefer to have, because there are slight variations in the kit, and they suit certain things. So it will take a little bit of homework on your part, but it's an excellent product. It's a product I've used myself, and if I'm going to do a winter scene, I wouldn't use anything other than that. And they, the last time I used them for a winter scene was quite some time ago, but the product is amazing. Excuse me. So as it stands right now, the last lot in the auction for the New Zealand guys and girls is again Metro Hobbies. They've donated the Edward 148 Softworth F1 Camel. A great little kit. It's a newish release, and yeah, it's well worth the effort to bid on that. So as I alluded to earlier, there will be a couple more lots being put on to your auction. I need to do the artwork, get them up there, but that'll be up there today. So a couple of surprises at the end, but yeah, well worth getting involved in. And I think, to be honest with you, what I won't say any more than that, because I know for a fact there's somebody that mentions it in the end of this message.
Hi all, from the team at Metro Hobbies, we congratulate you and thank you for participating in the 48-hour model challenge as part of the Models for Heroes charity. I know 48 hours is not a long time to do a model, but give it your best effort. But the big thing is have fun and remember why you're doing it. For the people in the auction on Saturday, these are two of the kits that will be in there. Remember that what you're bidding for is the charity and the people involved with the charity and the people that need that charity. So bid well, bid high, go for it, but in the end, have fun, and I hope it all works really, really well. Have a great day, guys, and see you then. Bye.
So there you go. There's the guys at Metro Hobbies with their message. Again, a big thank you for them for stepping in at the last moment. And honestly, we couldn't bring to you some of the amazing stuff within the auctions that we have done without the sponsors' support. So massive thank you from me and the charity and the beneficiaries that will benefit in the long run for everything that goes on. I'm just going to head over to the chat very quickly, make sure I'm up to date with it. A little bit of chatting going on between yourselves, which is lovely to see. John Marley's there saying, hello, I'm still here, playing catch up.
Good old John.
Excellent. He said he might be he might be filed under John Marley's Victor. There you go. Johnny says, I think you said 8 p.m. yesterday. To be honest, it could well be. I will find the relevant information about the auction, John. I can't, obviously, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's here right in front of me on my desktop, but not enough coffee yet to work, function properly. So, but I will have a look. So, just talk amongst yourselves while I do a little bit of admin. On the fly. So obviously, David's got some family stuff to attend to today, hasn't he? So
so
he won't
he'll
be
be
with us
later, to my knowledge.
Yeah. He's actually been taking part of the, or been teaming up with the USA guys. I know he's been on that stream. So I know he's making progress. Right, let me over there for a second. The one thing, if you are taking part in your build, just remember over on the Model Officers Mess, there has been a post go up in the last hour asking to see your progress. If you want to head over there and put your progress up, please feel free to do so. I will go through that in a little bit. While I'm doing my admin as well. That gives you the opportunity to go off and make sure that's up to date. And remember that you will have created your album, so why not update that as well and keep a nice album full of information about how you did your build. So yeah, the Australian auction is at 9 o'clock. And when I say 9 o'clock, that's 9 o'clock your time in Australia. Yep, I thought I was right. It's half. The other ones are 7:30. So the one you need to worry about, those of you watching the Australian parts of the section of the streams, is 9 o'clock your time on the 26th of March, which is today. Will be the Australian auction. So don't miss out. There's some amazing lots there to get hands on. And as Max said, don't think about the value of what these items are. Dig deep and pay what you can afford, knowing that every penny, every dollar, every cent that you provide will go towards providing beneficiaries with the stuff they need to deal with their mental health issues. Right. A message for Nick. I know you're watching. In relation to your last PM you sent me, it's really, really generous of you. But can I ask a big favor? Could you? I feel embarrassed to to make a decision. Could you make a decision for me on my behalf? And then once I know exactly which is which, I can go from there on in. Excuse me, I got my cat attacking me
Again.
Oh, do you know what it is? Because my wife's away at the moment. I'm the only human in the house, so cuddle times are very limited.
Yeah.
Especially this weekend, and there is definitely a lot of I need a cuddle moments. There you go, good girl. They don't behave the same as dogs.
No, they definitely don't.
Find it quite difficult. I am sort of a cat person, but sort of not. So, White Model says, off to bed for me. Thank you, James, for all your hard work, and thank everyone for the amazing start to the 48-hour birthday bash. Yeah, good night. Get your head down, fella, and yeah,
see you tomorrow.
Great dreams. I have had a few. I got to say, I have had a few messages about the music that we're using. That you may be listening to that in your sleep. I apologize in advance. But it will help you go to bed with a positive thought that it will help you wake up positive and refreshed in the morning. So Scotty says the sponsors and vendors have done everyone a real service with the donations. They certainly have. They really, really have. This actually is not something in which I've done in this format before. Raised money, obviously, but not done an auction of this size and magnitude. And I'm blown away at the fact that people are coming to me and asking me, I want, can I be involved in it? So it's made the job so much easier than you could possibly imagine. So yeah, it's been fantastic. And as I said on the America stream, when we were talking about the American auction, reaching out to partners of the Triple P, and far exceeded what we expected or even hoped for, if I'm honest. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Everyone's really stepped up, and yeah, it's quite amazing. So I'm going to tantalize you a little bit next year. Obviously, this is the birthday bash is something we do every year on the Model Officers Mess Facebook page. Next year, we are already starting to pull together some plans. My goal has always been, whenever we've done these birthday bashes, that we'll be a little bit bigger and a little bit bolder each year. So next year, next year is going to need a great deal more hands to the pumps. If the idea that's been bantered around right now is something that we do, it's an awful lot of work, and it will. I think it's going to take a year to organise, to be honest.
Wow.
Because it's got so many different complications and moving parts. So yeah, just bear in mind that you guys that are watching this right now are part of, effectively, it's part of the journey, obviously, but it's, if you compare like to like each year, you're there at the beginning. So feel privileged in that. And yeah, next year is looking to be immense. So yeah, can't tell you more at that moment because it'd be unfair of me to do so. But needless to say, we will certainly have a similar format. Well, one thing I can tell you out of that format is that each year we seem to have different continents involved. And when I say different, I mean an expansion. So we have been contacted by a couple of people in different continents, different areas of the world that are not covered this year round, suggesting they'd like to get involved next year. So bigger and bolder. Right. Excuse me. Yeah, comment there saying that Ian looks like he's rocking along. He certainly is. Yeah, he's doing a sterling job.
Motoring along.
Sterling job. Wonderful. I'm happy with my progress. Right, yes, that's what I wanted to do. Let me get started. Like I say, there is an album in the Model Officers Mess Facebook page for your updates. We'll head over there in probably in the next 15 minutes or so and catch up. Doing a little bit of admin. We've had a few more people that have asked to join the group. Keep that up to date because those people might be involved in the build themselves. Why is it Apple computers know exactly when to do something just to annoy you? Or is that just computers generally?
I think it's the computers, mate.
Okay. I think you're right.
Okay.
It's probably user error, if I'm honest. I wouldn't say it's probably anything more than that, but I have the annoying thing that happens to me is my mouse every now and again. It doesn't matter what I do. It just every now and again says, "Oh, you want the screen bigger?"
Oh.
It's just like, no, I don't. I don't need to look at the writing so I can, the whole word takes up the whole screen. Thank you. My eyes are bad, but not that bad. So, yeah, just bear with me while I'm doing this because all I'm doing is basically just making sure I've got the right post that I'm looking at when we do have a quick look at what's going on with everyone else's build. And then we'll go while I'm here. Right, I'm going to leave that ready and I'll tap later. So yeah, we're gonna we're by ourselves right now, but we will be joined by the people as they wake up and bleary-eyed and stagger down the stairs.
Check their computers.
Yeah, remember what day it is and go, oh my god, I meant to be doing that. And it says I've just joined the 21st century and moved with the Wi-Fi. So I have a computer working in my model shed. Wow, look at that! Amazing. There's someone that's been bitten by the bug of the bash bug, we call it. Good for you, Nick. Thank you very much. Scotty's just saying he's just laughing at with Nick. He needs to do the same short short by about 15 feet. So he's using the phone as a temporary hotspot. Yeah. John Marley saying progress shots or where to post, James. The 2-hour-old US post by Carl. Yeah, if you pop your posts in there for now, and then what I'll do is I'll make a new post that will go up in a few hours' time. Yeah, by all means, please pop it in there for now, and we'll head over there and have a look in a little bit. I suppose actually what I could do is if I mash a few buttons in my bear like paws, what I will try and do is I will try and put the link in the chat there for you so it makes it a little bit easier. There you go. So anyone that wants to put their progress pictures up, that is the link right there. Bear in mind, if you're not already, excuse me, if you're not already a member of the Model Officers Mess, you will need to make sure you're a member because it's members only. Not for any other reason, not because we're snooty or anything. It's just purely to stop any interaction that's negative. So, and luckily, my group's very fortunate in that respect. We don't have any issues at all. So run very well by all the admin. We work very hard behind the scenes. So there you go. That's in the chat for you. Okay, I'm going to slope off very quickly. I'm just going to go and make myself a cup of coffee because I am a 3 coffee wake up sort of guy. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play you one of our videos from one of our beneficiaries. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm a volunteer for Models for Heroes. I wasn't always a volunteer. I started off as a beneficiary. And I have to say that Models for Heroes, as well as my partner, have saved my life. Modelling has saved my life. If it wasn't for things like this and what Models for Heroes do and the opportunity to become a volunteer and the doors that's opened for me to help other people, I wouldn't be here. I'd be swinging somewhere. So please give generously. If you can't give any money, please give us a couple of models out of your stash. That's all we're asking for. That would be brilliant. Thank you for your help.
There you go. Thank you, Steph, for that message. Really appreciate that. Nick's just saying, do we post them into the one that started on stream 1? One update per post per country stream. No, if you can just pop your updates for now, because I want to include those of you who are watching in a minute when I go over and have a look. It's actually the 48-hour. It's entitled the 48-hour birthday bash update pictures USA. But I will put one up specifically for the Australians when we get a little bit further into the stream. But yeah, if you want to include yourselves now, do that now. The link that you need, Nick, is actually written in the chat there for you to make it a little bit easier because that stream is super busy right now. So I guess the other thing in which I need to really explain is our schedule. He says tentatively. the schedule that we have is a little bit different in this particular section of our streams, in that obviously we're in the Australian section right now, but we will be joined at some point with some of the guys from the UK, and then I'll just share that. There we go. So this is the schedule as it stands right now. Now, just to explain this, it is complicated. I'm sorry. There really isn't any other way to make this work in the way it does. But by trying to break it down as best I can for everybody. So everyone watching in the Australian that lives in the Australian side of the world, your column is the first column. The highlighted areas are when the streams are on. And the red highlight on the box is when the auction is on, obviously. So we've got a 4-hour segment right now, which myself and Ian are doing right now. That will break for half an hour, and then we will come back and join the UK for a little while to do your auction. Like I said, that's at 9. Can't remember the top there. 9 o'clock, I believe. And then we'll just go straight over to the UK. So as you can see, as you go down the column, you can see your time. These are all your times in your time zone, all written here, and that's fine. But if you're watching from any of the other options, then obviously your time zones are reflected. So, for example, right now. It is what time is it now? It is 6:11. We started this stream a little bit late. Many reasons, won't bore you with it, but we started a little bit late. So right now it's 6:11, and that is reflected in the fact that I'm guessing it's 18:11 where you are in Oz. Is that correct?
So
yes. 6:11.
It's 5. So that'd be 7:11.
7:11. Yes, sorry. Yes, of course it is. See, yeah, my maths is not great. So yeah,
well,
so it's reflected.
Sleep wouldn't help.
yeah, there's a little bit of that. But bear in mind, I wrote this when I was fully awoke. So yes, I have made a couple of errors in the American side of things, in that I've allowed too much time difference. But yeah, it should in theory work. So yeah, if you're at all confused, then obviously make sure you are subscribed and press the bell icon on the YouTube channel, and watch out for the posts that go up 30 minutes or thereabouts before every stream. So you'll be fully able to keep up to date with everything that's going on. So yeah, so like I say, this stream will be full Oz, and then we'll take a half-hour break, and there'll be part Oz and part UK. Steph and Luke will come in and do the auction. They'll take over and do that all completely for us. Very kind of them to volunteer to do that, and that makes it a lot easier for everybody as well. And I've replied to my original post as progress is completed. Okay. That way you can look sequential. Okay. Yeah, that is the other option. It's the up to date pictures, etc. post that we've put up is an additional extra, and it gives us an easy format for us in the stream to quickly dive in and have a quick look at what everybody's been doing and how they're going. That's why we've done it that way. So obviously you've got a build album. You can throw as many pictures into the build album as you possibly want to. Just like Nick is saying, that Scott, I've been adding to my build album as he's been going along. Indeed. And Scott is saying, thanks for... I haven't, but I need to. Thanks for reminding me. Indeed, Scotty. Indeed. Yeah, it's difficult when there's so many different places to post this. we try and keep the interaction as best we can. So what we have learned through this process so far, unfortunately, is that Twitch does not like to be scheduled too far in advance. So we've had a few failures on the Twitch side of things, but no big deal. We get around that.
Live and learn.
Yeah. Well, it's a new format. It's not something which I've used previously, so I thought I'd give it a go, and a go of giving it. So I'm just gonna try. I don't think that's gonna work actually. Let's try that. Yep, so keep making your comments and stuff. I will look up from time to time and read them, etc. I'm going to give you about, let's say, another 10 minutes for you to put your post up if you want us to share your work. I will go to that post that I put in the chat there for you because it will make it easy for me to look. So if you can pop it in there, I'd be grateful. If you don't, it's no big deal. We will catch up with the posts that are going in the Facebook group at some point. As it's just me and Ian, I don't want to disappear too much down that rabbit hole, but I do want to make sure we interact with you guys that kindly get involved. It's a little bit better, not perfect, but a little bit better. So, have you got anything planned coming up for on the bench?
No, Dave usually keeps that stuff close to his chest. Usually find out the night before.
Oh, okay.
He's quite secretive at times. Keeps us on our toes and keeps us more spontaneous.
Yeah. Yeah, we just making conversation. Me and Malcolm, we write a list of topics that we might want to chat about, and generally we'll before we start recording, start sitting down and writing our intros and all that sort of stuff. To again, it's a similar sort of thing, really, to keep it sort of fresh. But the joy of that as well is that we're not experts in everything. Well, not in most things, to be honest, but it stops us from doing loads of research and trying to be informative, factually informative rather than informative from our knowledge of things. So
because you get really badly bogged down in that too.
Yeah, it's well, the thing is, from our perspective, we don't proclaim to be the all-knowing oracle. And like you say, if you start down that road, you end up spending an inordinate amount of time researching, but you also end up trying to put something across that is, to your best of your knowledge of that time, factual and correct. But
correct, yeah, exactly.
You tend to end up overcompensating. I tend to find, and that's where you come across as if you know everything, and then in fact you don't. So
correct.
I don't want to go down that road. That's not.
No.
That's not who I am.
That's one road you want to stay the heck away from.
Oh yeah. Because
we've been caught out ourselves a few times.
It happens.
correct, and then someone will send you a message say, "Oh, you were right off on that one."
But like we say quite often in the podcast, there are, especially when you start going down the road of techniques and all that sort of thing, there's an absolute myriad of different ways of doing things.
Yep.
And even Malcolm and I find it, I certainly do things quite different to the way Malcolm might do it. It works for me. It doesn't say it's the only way to do it. It's just that's the way I found that works for me. It's the same with my paint choice,
Yep.
There's a lot of paint out there in which you can choose from. It increases in variety on a monthly basis at one point. And the reason I use model color is because I'm not gonna lie, the main reason was because a local chain of hobby stores was closing down and they were selling them cheap, so I bought a bundle.
Best reason to buy.
Yeah. And when I came home, I had to learn how to use them because every paint has their own little way of being handled. I got to a point where I understand them sufficiently enough to say, okay, I'm quite confident with them. I can apply them in many different ways. I've got a reasonable amount of the selection of them, and the thought of jumping down that rabbit hole of the latest one is this and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
If it works, don't break it. There's no cost.
I'm the same. I've been basically nearly my whole modelling life been a guns Mr. Hobby man myself.
Yeah,
it's what I learnt to paint with, is what I get really good results in, and why change?
Absolutely.
No point changing just for the sake of changing. That money could be spent elsewhere.
Absolutely. I mean, there are paints out there that are very different, potentially, to what someone might use. And buying a couple of bottles to see how you get on with it is a good idea, definitely. Yep. But yeah, I mean, the goal would be to have a full range of all colours. But the other thing, the other reason why I like model colour is because the range is quite vast, and I don't want to go down the road of having, I've got this particular green for Russian armor, and this particular I can make different variations with the colors I've got and get close to it. And my models are not museum pieces; they're just an interpretation. So,
yep, my sentiment is exactly. And with Guns Mr. Hobby as well, they seem to be adding a couple of colors now every year anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the latest ones I got were, where are we? In around the 515 range.
Okay.
Looks like they're doing some new German armor colors.
Ooh.
So what do you got? You got faded grey, just standard German grey, dark grey or dunkelgrau. And they've got 4BO now in guns.
Oh, right, okay.
4BO. That's number 512, Mr. Hobby. And, there's actually two 4BOs. There's 5111 and 512. 511 is the darker variant.
Cool. Yeah. It's a little bit like, I think, I suppose the only thing in which I don't use that same format is with tools. I am a little bit of a tools quirky person. If I come across something that I think, that looks cool, I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
Hence why my drawers are all very full. Why are you meowing? You can't be on the stream. You're not allowed to be. You're not old enough.
I have to admit, I went a bit crazy when Display first started bringing all their tools out.
Oh, now I love Display. I absolutely love it.
Best tweezers I've ever bought.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic tweezers.
Yeah. I must admit, Display are They are one of the things, one of the manufacturers of things in which I look at and think, oh, don't do it, because they're not cheap, but they are things that will last. So
exactly, yep.
And my old man used to be a carpenter, and he used to always say, buy what you can afford tool wise, but if you can push the boat out and go for the top one, get the top one. You'll only buy it once, whereas you go cheap, you'll be buying them over and over again.
Exactly.
So yeah,
and it's got cost you more money in the long run.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's head over to the chat and just make sure I'm up to date. So I've got some advice here to get you talking about the wonders of photo etch or Dutch aircraft in the Indies.
I love my photo etch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Big fan of photo etch. It's one of those things I've just learned how to use and don't seem to have any problems with it. Mind you, as everyone else, occasionally I can stuff it right up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like any part of the model, the model process. It's there to be stuffed up.
Yep. It's usually stuffed up because you're rushing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that subject in a bit, I think. Figurines Little People says, hi guys, just got up in Holland. You're doing awesome. Keep building. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well done for getting rest. That's a good sign. John Marley says, close to his chest. Sounds like a totally random. Makes it fresh, and to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It does. It really does. Nikki's saying, photo etch is not your friend.
It is my friend.
Yeah. I got mixed opinions on photo etch, but yeah. Scotty says, I'm getting better at it, Nick. Takes practice and lots of patience. Yeah, that's very true. And he says, a good CA glue. Yes. Again, harping back to the tools element we were just talking about a minute ago. Some of the CA glues are horrendous, in my opinion. I won't name them. There's no point. And some of them are exquisite. Am I a fan of photo etch? In the right place, yes. Not always. Photo etch does kick my ass quite a lot.
I just can't help myself with it.
Yeah, you're like someone else, I know. Griffith says, I'm quite used to Valerio Model Air. A lot of people rubbish it and say go for the lacquers. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I haven't tried the Model Air, so I won't be disparaging about it. I've heard lots and lots of comments about it. But for me personally, one of the things I like about model color is that it's not something you squeeze into your airbrush and spray straight away. You do have to play with it. You do have to get the ratios, the thinner, etc. correct. But obviously the other reason I like model color is because I do a bit of paintbrushing, and the ability to mix and play with what you've got in so many different ways is the key to it to me. But that's me, everybody has their own thing. So, and also, I mean, talking about rubbishing it, now I'm going to be quite out of character when I say this, as someone that doesn't stir the pot in any way, shape or form at any point. He lies so badly. You see, I am a Humbrol enamels guy. That's what I did my bread and butter on. It was all that was available close to me. So that's what I used. And then when I came over to the acrylic side of things, I actually used Humbrol acrylic. That was my first experience of acrylic paints. Now, they get a lot of negativity thrown their way, of which some of it is right. Some of the mixes, the pigments are incredibly enormous and seem a little bit out of place on a scale model. But the paints that I've got or had, I've still got. I haven't got rid of them. I haven't swapped them out, and I do use them from time to time, and I do get them through an airbrush without issue. So, yeah, sorry to break that. But like I said, right at the beginning when we were talking about paints, like any tool, it's something in which you get, and then you learn how to use. So,
Right.
and using the airbrush and paint through airbrushes is no different in any way, shape, or form.
Yep. What you use the Gunz thinners or?
No, when I started, I used a product from I've got some somewhere. He says reaching across. This is the airbrush thinner, this particular one. Oh, you can't see that because I'm highlighted Ian. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is Ultimate Modeling Products. I've used that. And the main reason for that is because I came across it, picked some up, found out how to use it with the paints I got. Works fine for me. Why break it? So I don't go anywhere else. Haven't done for quite some time. Paul and the gang there are really, really helpful. So you have any issues, you can contact them and they'll quite happily talk you through something. And any issue that I've ever had is user error. I don't have a problem with the products at all. So, but yeah, I've started using a different mix for my airbrushing, of thinner wires and cleaner. But I won't go into that right now. But yes, yeah. So basically, that's how I am. I just want if it works, I don't change it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says just saying about the go for the lacquers, and he said but I just don't have a set suitable. So being controversial again, I mean it's a little bit like Tamiya. I can't stand Tamiya personally. Can't stand it. Can't get on with it.
Very heavy in the pigments.
Yeah, I just can't get on with it.
Heavy, in my opinion.
Every time I've tried to use it, I have issues and problems. Again, I'm not saying it's a product. It's definitely user error because there are thousands of people out there who use it. I just can't get on with it to the point actually that I did inherit some Tamiya and bought some. And just decided that I just didn't like it that much that I got rid of it all. And what I got for what I had, I invested in a bit more paint for the products in which I use and got on with. So, yeah, there we go. So, oh, fat fingers. So figurines just saying I only use Valerio and love it. Yeah. Scotty,
painting, yeah, I love Vallejo. Lately, though, I've been getting into where are we? I think it's scale 75 paints.
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow. It's like as I tell people, it's like painting silk.
Yes. Yeah, I can't disagree with that statement. I have got some of their paints, and they are great. The reason I bought those, they were mainly for figures. And I thought, well, I was at a show one day and decided that I would buy a set for the face, actually, as it happens.
I've got that set, the skin color one.
Yeah. And I just thought I wanted to do some figures, and it seemed appropriate to me to try them. And yeah, you're right, they're like silk; you can't fault them. But see, I wouldn't put those through an airbrush, but I know you can.
I have, and it actually does work.
Yeah. But I would use those on a palette personally.
Yeah, mainly myself. Yeah, wet paint.
But it's.
But I have heard that someone did tell me that you can put them through an airbrush, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go, and they were all right.
Yeah, no, it does work. I know someone that uses them through airbrushes, and they have flawless finishes all the time. So it's a great paint. I do have a mixture. My main go-to is Model Color. Like I said, I've got a bit of Airfix acrylic. I've also got some of the Revell. But one of the other paints in which I really love is the Mecha Color from Valerio. I got a few of those and some Scale 75s. There was another product I have, but I can't think of what it was called off the top of my head. But I didn't get on with that very well. I only bought one set and haven't gone back to it. Scotty says he sprays Valerio so thin it hurts, but gets good, very good results. Lacquers are pretty much reserved for metallics for him. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
I can understand that. He says I've even grown to dislike some Tamiya paints. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't want to diss them because they are a go-to for most people. An awful lot of people use them. So yeah, you can't. I would say that you can't really knock something that's selling millions and millions of bottles because they must be doing something right. There's so many choices out there. So there you go. Griffith is just saying I spray it thinner now than I used to. Mm-hmm. Figuring Little People says I recently bought some Valerio Mecha paints. Also a good line from their brand. Yeah, they are. The only thing I would say, and this is based on pure ignorance, a lot of the Mecha colors are the same as the model colors. I don't think there's an awful lot of difference between the paints. So I'm not suggesting they're rebottling. I'm sure the way they make them is slightly different. But I feel the range itself is more aimed at a particular genre of the hobby. And good luck to them. So it's a great paint. So, but yeah, you can if you were mad and got the whole range of model color, I think you're pretty much covered with every eventual thing that you possibly would need. Griffith's just saying there's that fine point where it starts to do weird stuff when it's too thin, but I do like Valerio Model Air a lot. Yeah, again, when you're airbrushing, there's a lot of things in which you have to take into consideration. It's not just your brush. Is it clean? And, the amount of times I've had issues personally, but I also know friends have had issues with paint. Even though the airbrush looks spotlessly clean, it's not. There's just that little bit of something in there that's giving you enough to make it go a bit weird. Down to user error.
That's always a good idea to invest in a sonic cleaner.
Yeah, I am tempted. It's something I haven't managed to convince myself on yet. But the main reason for that is the thought of stripping things down too much means that it'll go back in the drawer in the wrong order and won't be used. I have actually managed to achieve that with one of my airbrushes. So,
oh really?
Yeah, I stripped it right down, and when I put it back, I've done something wrong, and it doesn't work. And I'm fairly certain I put something back in the wrong order or something like that. I don't know, but it's one of those jobs that I will get it sorted because it's a great airbrush. So, Scotty says I find to get more control with it when very thin. Trigger control is important. Yeah, this is very true. Very true. And he also says he likes the Mecha range as well. Just saying, I haven't tried the Mecha range personally. Yeah, well, it's well worth it. Like I say, if you're into your Mecha builds and that sort of stuff, it's aimed at colors, definitely aimed at you. So yeah, pretty cool. So Facebook user, I haven't got the Facebook open, so I can't find the name right yet, but I will have a look in a second. He says, or they say, Saturday Arvo, about 5:30 here in Melbourne, about to knock the top off a bottle of Shiraz and settle in to watch the shenanigans for for an hour or 6 while I tinker with a couple of builds on my bench. Model on, folks. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, great to hear. I'm just going to quickly take off and grab another beer.
All right, buddy, no worries. Yeah, I will be cracking open a beer at some point, but it certainly won't be at the moment. That'll be much closer to the end. So Scott's just saying, I cut my airbrush teeth on Humbrol enamels. Oh, wow. Very brave. Do you know, Humbrol enamels are a good paint. They shouldn't be knocked. And if I'm honest, the main reason I went from Humbrol enamels to acrylics was because I wanted to try different effects. I wanted to do airbrushing and that sort of thing. And I was absolutely at my limit of abilities with the enamels because I just didn't think they were very versatile. If I'm honest, I didn't think you could achieve some of the amazing effects that people do achieve without going to acrylics. Now, with that said, I have now found that that is a statement of ignorance. Of course, you can do so much more. Everything you can do with acrylics, you can do with enamels. You just got to learn how to do it. Robert Blocker is an amazing builder of models. I haven't got a link to show you right now, but check him out. He's on Facebook. Really, really amenable sort of guy. If you see something he's done and you want to know how to do it, he is the guy to ask because he will always help. Always been massive inspiration and help to me. And he has started a YouTube channel up relatively recently, so hopefully we'll progress with that and show some of his tips and tricks with enamels. But he, the effects he gets on his builds are just mind-blowing. And it's all down, as he says, it's all down to the way you thin it and the way you apply it, like any other paint. So, yeah. I have still got my enamels, and I vowed that I will build a kit or a figure and do just enamels just to see if I can raise my game up to his level. But lacquers generally, that's the one thing in which I do like about acrylics is there isn't that lacquer smell. You're not using chemicals and that sort of thing. And I do feel a lot healthier for that because I do spend a lot of time at the bench. But yeah, give me a second. Figurines, Little People says, like I said, we all like our own ways, tools, paints, and that's okay. Absolutely. Yeah, you shouldn't shy away from that. Can you show the tube of paint again? What brand is it? You said like silk. Yeah, of course I can. It just so happens. I don't think we showed the actual paint itself, but this is the company. Scale 75. I'll just highlight that to make it big so you can see exactly what it is. Yeah, this comes as a set. This is obviously, as it says, a flesh paint set. It gives you a nice variety of different tones, and also in this particular box comes with a little pull-out explanation of how to achieve your tones stage by stage. So yeah, it gives you the ability to learn how to use them pretty quick, and you can get some amazing effects. I will show you from me. As I said, I wanted to do some figures. I'm not great with figures, so I went and bought myself some of these. Just zoom in a minute. So I went and bought myself some resin heads, and hopefully that's coming out okay. This is the effects you can get with those paints were used on this face, and this was a practice piece, which I was very happy with the way it turned out. I'm just hoping that's going to turn around without falling off. The leather effect of the flying helmet was learned by watching a YouTuber, and it's one of the first ones I've ever done, and I'm really, really pleased the way it came out. The only thing that's slightly different is the goggles here. That's not gloss or anything like that. What it actually is they are contact lenses that I was going to throw away, and I cut them into the goggles basically and glued them in place. So that is contact lenses in the lens. So if you know anyone that wears contact lenses and changes them out quite often, grab a couple for your goggles. There you go. So yeah, that was we were talking about scale 75. Yeah, they are like silk. They're just amazing, awesome paints. Give it a go, and like I say, buy yourself one of these packs. You know, and be specific in what you can do. They do lots of different ranges. I mean, I think I've got another one up here as it happens. Yep. So this one is a fantasy and games, orcs and goblins. Gives you some quite nice vivid colours there, or base colours that you can muck around with. So yeah, they're very good. Price wise, can't think how much they are off the top of my head because I haven't bought them for quite a while. But some people may say they're a little pricey, but I think
they do last for a while.
Yeah, they do last for a good time. And I think they're worth the money. Like I say, it depends on what you're going to do with them. If you're going to stick them through an airbrush, yeah, there are other versions or other paints that are a little bit less in price, but they won't give you that silky process of spraying them, without a doubt. So, question there: what solvent do you use in the sonic cleaner? Is it just water?
I use methylated spirits.
Oh, okay. That's not too aggressive?
No.
No, okay. Excellent. Figuring's just saying thanks for that. Scale 75 info friend. The figure face looks great. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. And like I say, I mean, the reason I did that way was because, if I'm honest, I was scared livid of doing some figures. I bought some figures from RP Models, which is a Spanish company. For me, for my ability of buying models, they're in the high bracket of price, but the quality of what you get within the kits is, in my opinion, second to none. It's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So I bought a couple of those kits, and clearly, like I've just alluded to, they are on the higher bracket of my spend value, and I'm scared to touch them and muck them up. So obviously you can paint these things and clean the paint off, start again and all that, but yeah, I just don't want the subjects to be spoiled or tarnished by my ignorance in my methodology. So that's why I got them. I went to a show in Telford. A company had a little box on the side, and this is exactly this thing I bought. They're just resin heads that have got a little bit of damage or something to them in some form or another, and they're put in a box, and you buy so many for I think it's two for £10, 10 English pounds or something like that. Yeah, and they're great. You can practice to your heart's content. Then you can get all your effects that you might want to do on there, and they come with lots of different things. So you've got like obviously someone with a helmet, you've got someone with a fur hat, you've got beard, facial textures, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, well worth picking up, and they're great to play with. And like I said, you can paint that, and then you can clean all that off again and do it again, and you're not going to hurt anybody with that process. And you can improve and hone your skills before you tackle that prized expensive buy that you've got. So there you go. We're all up to date with the chat. what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to our videos, and I'm just going to play a video, and then what we'll do is we'll head over to the Facebook page and look at the updates. So let us, here we go. Let's have a message from Luke.
Hi guys, so those of you that know me, my name's Luke from Black Rifle Model Works. I am a veteran and now a frontline paramedic for the NHS. I'm also an ambassador for Models for Heroes, and I just wanted to say what a fantastic job you're all doing this weekend, and it will make such a difference to people just like me, veterans, emergency services workers, both serving and former. Using model making as a therapy, as a medium to provide girls and guys like me with some meaningful activity for whatever struggles they're encountering. You're all doing a fantastic job. Keep going. It's no small task to build a kit in 48 hours. I'm obviously taking part, and I'm looking forward to chatting to you guys throughout the weekend. Special thanks for the model officer himself, Mr. James Skiffin, for putting all this together. A lot of work's gone into it, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So thank you, James. You're doing a great job, and enjoy the weekend. Let's get building.
Luke's a really great guy. Black Rifle Models on YouTube, and again another member of the community that is very approachable, always willing to help and point you in a direction of any query or problem you might be having. Always there. So yeah, thanks Luke for that message. Managed to collar him to do it as he was at work, as you can see. So yeah, we had a lot of plans this year for different messages and stuff, and we've tried to do something a little bit different with them in every case. Not all of it was pulled off, unfortunately, but we'll have them for next year, hopefully. So I'm going to share my screen. We'll just make that a little bit wider because we can. So this is the posting which went up 3 hours ago now from Carl. 48-hour birthday bash update pictures USA. We'll have a quick look on there, and then what I'll do is I will put a similar post up in about an hour and a half-ish, something like that, for the Australian guys to put your bits and pieces in. That'd be lovely. Before I go, though, I just want to make sure we're up to date with comments. Oh, yeah, I knew there was a couple coming. So, if you're interested, people said, and smart with those contact lenses, though. LOL. Through all of that, but I build on scale of 1/82nd, much smaller than you guys do. Yeah,
that is smaller.
I'm not a big fan of small scale, I got to be honest, but yeah, contact lenses might not work in that case then. Scotty says Luke's always does such an awesome job. Tremendously courageous man. Yes, yeah, you're not wrong there. He's a lovely bloke. You got a lot of time for him. So let's have a quick look, see what we've got here in this album. First up is Scotty. He's obviously got some progress going on there with his plane. Looking good. Nice cane base there as well. I assume that's what you're using for cane. Okay, yeah, I like that. So what he said there was the first bit of progress. I had to switch gears. It started to rain, so switched to building instead of priming. An A7E Corsair 2 from Hobby Boss.
Very nice.
And that was the bench all set up. Just looks so aggressive, doesn't it, that plane?
Oh, it does.
Love it. You see, it's all coming together there. Lovely. Well done, Scotty. So it's not buttoned up, just giving the cockpit a little time to set up securely on the intake, housing, front gear bay assembly, little by little. The 148th Hobby Boss next, sorry. John Marley with the 148 Hobby Boss P51D Mustang. I decided to add Edward belts because, well, why not? I need something to tar up the otherwise boring scheme. Okay. Those belts look nice. One of my favourite planes, the Mustang.
I have to say the new Edward kit is stunning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built one a while ago. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, some of the kits are getting really, really good, I've got to be honest. There we go. Well done, John. So he says there, an aftermarket, often neglected edition for Aussie Mustangs, a travel pack for long-range missions.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't even know they did that. But hey. Makes complete sense. And that's an Australian-based company for that extra, is it? Red Brew
Yeah, Red
Models?
Brew, Australian-based, yes.
Okay.
Making very nice products.
I'll have to look them up. I've not...
They do a lovely, they do a really nice conversion kit to an Australian A20 Boston. Complete
Really?
with the correct engine cow.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll check them out. Nick is etching going on. Nick's building the Chinook, isn't he? That's right. Yeah, he's building the Chinook. That's a build and a half. That is for 48 hours. Got one of those in the stash that I want to do at some point. Going back several years now, talking about the Chinook, I was part of a forum. No longer exists, unfortunately. But there was a guy there that did a Chinook. He did it on that very famous picture, based on that very famous picture of the pilot landing in the back two wheels on the top of a building. While picking troops up. Oh my God, the detail that you put inside that thing. It was basically engineered so it would sit on its base and effectively hover on those two wheels, which was awesome in itself. But I promise you, there was no bit of kit or detail inside that Chinook that wouldn't have been there. He did everything, absolutely everything. And I was aghast by it because obviously once you close it up and stick it in its position, you can't see it. It's all, well, you can see a little bit through the windows, but that's about it. But yeah, he put everything in there. He scratch built the seating. He did all the bracing inside cargo nets and God knows what. Yeah, he threw everything in that build, and it was awesome, absolutely awesome.
And why do we do it? Because we know it's there.
Absolutely, and I'm a big fan of that. The whole point of building the model is because you get pleasure from it.
Correct.
And if that's what floats your boat, then do it. Don't worry about it. So there you go. Yeah. And that's the last picture from Nick. So excellent. Thank you, everyone, for your update pictures. Like I say, I will put an Aussie Pacific one up in a few hours. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of painting in a second. So we'll allow the chat to mull on through, and we'll sit to a degree in a little bit of silence. But yeah, that's all good. Let's go to the chat, see where we're at with everything. Richard Thomas says it's got no sound. Oh.
Huh.
Let me just double check. It's got no sound. Yeah, no. I've got sound on mine. I'm guessing, Richard, it's your end. You might need to come out and go back in to the way in which you're watching it. But it seems to be okay at the moment. And yeah, Richard Thomas is just saying there that 74% of the target has been reached. Yeah, absolutely. 1,114 pounds so far. So yeah, congratulations to everybody that's donated, and it's going to make a massive difference, I can tell you. Stuart Bremer is saying morning. Good morning, Stuart. Hope you're well. And Scott's just saying that's great. Not even 12 hours yet. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. We're really doing well. Scott is saying, morning, Stuart. Almost heading for bed, but gonna watch from my snuggly bed. Ah, bless you.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't stay up too long, or I'll send Mum up. She'll take your method of watching away from you. Quite a man is there saying, I need to nip to the shop for some Moo Moo juice, or my next coffee is going to taste as bad as a sweaty wombat's armpit.
Oh.
I didn't realize if your coffee, I'm gonna remember that. If my coffee tastes anything like a sweaty wombat's armpit, I'll remember I've not got the right milk. Damn it. I do love Qualo, man. Got such a quirky sense of humor. But Scotty say, yeah, I'm heading for some sleep. I'll catch you all soon. Thank you, Scotty. Yeah, take care. We'll be here. Don't worry.
Scotty.
And Richard's just confirmed, yeah, it's his end. He's got it sorted. He's got his end sorted. Lovely. Well done, Richard. And Damien's dropped in as well, saying outstanding. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is quite amazing. Didn't envisage this at all, but there you go. So yeah, that's great. But keep those donations coming. Like I say, we will be doing an auction in 3 different time zones. One in Australia, one in Europe, and sorry, I want to say Australia. Let me go back. Australia and New Zealand. And then we've got an auction in the UK and Europe zone, and one in the US. They all are zone Pacific, and unfortunately, that's pretty much down to the cost of postage. So, make sure you get yourself on that. And Nick quite rightly points out, Quanaman, it's disturbing that you may know what that tastes like. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you get to know Quanaman, it is quite disturbing most of the time. So, oh, here she is. The wonderful Nat is in the house. And good morning to everyone. Morning, Nat. How's it feel to be 1 year and 1 day older? There you go. Figuring saying so great. So great, all these time zones. One is going to sleep, and the others just woke up. I'm getting ready for a shower and go training with my dog. Catch you all this afternoon. Well, thank you very much for being with us, and yeah, we'll catch you soon.
Definitely.
David's just saying I've got a big wombats. I got big wombats on my property. I'm not game to get close enough to smell them, smell the armpit. No, I wouldn't advise it. I really wouldn't.
No. They can have a bit of a temper.
Yeah. And as Nat just points out, we expect nothing else from Quanaman. Yeah, he is our resident quirky man. So there you go. They're just saying hello to each other. So there you go. Yeah, we're wow. Would you believe we've been going for almost 2 hours, Ian?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
that doesn't feel like 2 hours, does it?
That's gone super quick.
Yeah, fair enough. I've had to take a little bit of time to wake up, and I am getting there. But yeah, that has gone super quick.
Mind you, I've been on the bench since early this morning.
Yeah, of course. A little bit like it was just said. It's quite weird because we're all interacting in our own time zones.
Yeah.
You know, and last night as we were clawing through the end of our day, to see you pop up, it's just like, oh my God, has he slept already? Oh.
Yeah, no, I had me sleep. Well-earned sleep.
Yeah. Question there from that. She said, how are you feeling this morning, James? Yeah, no, I'm feeling fine. The voice is a little bit croaky, but that's just normal. I've been talking a lot. You know me, I normally sit in a corner and don't talk to anybody. Trying my best to hide away. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I have had some sleep. I have had some rest. The only thing that's missing, if I'm honest, is my breakfast. I will need to go and get some breakfast at some point.
Yep, you got to eat, mate.
But I have got an awesome breakfast this morning, so I'm happy to. It'll be more of a brunch, if I'm honest. But it's going to be awesome. So
what are you having?
I'm going to have a traditional English fried breakfast. Is what I'm going to have. Go with the healthy option.
Yep.
So on that, when I say traditional, what that entails is some bacon, some sausages, some fried mushrooms, maybe some beans or tomatoes. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to fly with that. I do hover on that. A nice fried egg, some bubble and squeak, if you know what that is.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, some nice bubble and squeak, homemade, all prepared specifically for this weekend. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of white pudding. So a nice bit of fried white pudding.
It's definitely a good breakfast.
Oh God, yeah, no, it's the breakfast for kings, 100%. Yeah, I decided to do that as my special treat because I knew I would be obviously working quite hard with this. But yeah, no, I'm all good, Nat. Thank you very much. How are you feeling? Because obviously you were up quite late last night too. Both you and
yeah, surprisingly, I'm doing all right. I thought I'd be a lot more tired, but we'll see how we go as the night progresses.
Yeah, it'll creep up behind you and go, ha ha, I'm here.
Eventually, I will have to take off for about half an hour and have something to eat.
Yeah, no problem.
But that's not quite there yet. So
no, that's not a problem.
I'm around organising me jungle plants, so I get them all created for the base.
So, what are you using for your jungle plants? Just as you start doing it.
2 sets of Jay's work, pre-coloured. So I'm just using the small, because it's actually for 1/35th, so I'm using the smaller of them.
Yeah.
I've got a Dio Art jungle plants as well, but these ones I have to individually cut out, so they're going to be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Model Scene tropical ferns.
Nice.
Which are all laser cut. I know
Yeah.
packets you can actually see it. Also, you get a few sheets in here too.
Yeah. It's a good product, is.
Yeah. So, all laser cut.
Lovely.
What else have I got? Some Ground Detail Series Jungle Forest.
Nice.
Which is mostly just, I don't know, just stuff you just pick up off the garden floor. What else have we got? Green Line Low Weeds, more laser cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a big bucket full of different leaves and jungle plants and whatnot.
Nice.
Just to add extra bits and pieces in there. So yeah, there's plenty. I've got plenty to play around with. I want to try and make it a bit bushy and just have the ones where it's just ploughed through.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll just keep motoring along.
Okay. You're not going to put a palm tree in that?
Nah. Nope.
Oh, okay.
I do have a palm tree, but it's going to be way too big. It's 1/35 scale.
Gotcha.
And anyway, and as most people know, not all Pacific War battles and airfields were surrounded by palm trees.
Absolutely, that's very true. Just out of curiosity, palm trees. Now, obviously, the stuff you're using there are bought in, and as you say, you can use some garden scatter and all that sort of stuff. There are lots of different ways of doing it. But for a palm tree, would that be something that you would buy in generally?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen them made and they look fantastic, but what I purchased one, I should be able to find it pretty easily. Famous last words maybe, but where are we? Palm tree, here we go. This is it.
Oh, I'm so rotten making him go and look for stuff.
Reality in scale.
Oh, yes.
As you can see, it comes with date of coconuts.
Yeah.
As well. Laser cut leaves. Florist wire. And the actual palm tree itself is very nice.
Mm.
It comes with a nice base.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Like the dead leaves that hang down at the bottom of the tree.
Yeah.
So everything in there to make a really nice looking palm tree.
Oh, that's amazing.
I bought for a project which I said I was going to do, and then I got sidetracked, and it's just been sitting in the cupboard ever since.
Yeah. There was a selfish reason I said that. I recently made a palm tree myself, and come across an idea for your palm leaves, and that was by using feathers.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, really came out well. You have to do a little bit of fettling to your feathers, but feathers are dirt cheap to pick up. Making the trunk yourself is pretty easy. Just you can use either a piece of wood and chip away at it, or the other thing which I did was I just used a quite a thick core of wire, like electrical wire, and then around the outside I just wrapped some thin wire around it, and then coated it with a little bit of Mod Podge or filler of some description, and that gave you the texture nicely. And then the feathers were really easy, and surprisingly there's a little bit of bend in them, so you can shape them a bit and all that sort of stuff. So top tip for you. If you fancy giving it a go, I would recommend it. It's definitely worth doing. In fact, what I could do, if I just don't run the cat over when I move, he says I could show you, but that's going to take quite a bit of effort. But I'll do it. 1 second.
Yep.
Oh,
What,
sat on my cat. Never mind. Won't sit there again in a hurry, will you? So there you go. This is the builder in question. So this is the palm tree. And these are feathers just here.
Wow.
So on this palm tree, there is a mixture as it happens. There are some feathers and there are some laser cut. These are laser cut.
Mm-hmm.
But I quite like the feathered edge that you get to the feathers, funnily enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's well worth the effort. And making, it's even got coconuts. I made the coconuts. So yeah,
A real treat.
yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed making them. I didn't think I would, but yeah, I did. It was very cool. Right, I'm just gonna scoot for a second. I'm gonna go and grab myself a cup of coffee. I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Before I do that, let's have a quick catch up with the chat, and then I know it's done. Patrick, and morning all. How are we all doing? Currently below freezing up here in Aberdeenshire. Oh no, really? Oh, after that nice sunshine, that's just what you need.
Yeah. Well, here it's been about 27.
Oh, there's no need for that, is there? Nick says, Ian, are you making it look like the box art pretty much?
Actually, I didn't even think of that. Just I have to have another look at the box art. No. Close, but no.
Cool.
I
Right, okay, we're going to leave you.
Go for it.
So you carry on talking, and I'm just going to go and grab that cup of coffee.
Yep, go for it, mate. I'll keep plodding along with me leaves. Yeah. Let's see. Which way? They're both the same. I'll cut the other ones out. Give them. Here we go. Put the blade in there. Okay. So these. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. This one.
So Griffith's just saying that you need to do a 0 to go with that, Ian.
Well, actually, yeah, I'm still waiting for the Edward one to come in, Griffith.
Yeah.
But I am at the moment doing a Key 44 little Tojo.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting on Julian to finish making up my masks. Because the only decals I want to use is the. So I'm doing this one. So the only decals I want to use is these. Everything else I'm going to paint.
Wow. Wow, beautiful.
Which is going to be a nice little project.
So Nick's just saying, thank God for CA kicker. When you're bending and gluing PE at the same time. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah.
Totally agree. It's a game changer. That if you don't use it, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. So let me. So right, it's official. I think I've woken up already.
Very well done.
Get there eventually. Yes, I've treated the cats to a little bit of something, so they're now suitably satisfied, and I think they were going to go upstairs and fight amongst themselves now, so I should be left in peace for a bit.
Just going to take off for a few seconds and try and find some florist wire.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Okay, so what I've managed to do is obviously the fuselage was put together. I wasn't happy with the edges here of the wings, so I've sanded them down because my idea is that I'm going to have it on the ground, but obviously the wings are going to be adjusted slightly, so you're going to be able to see these edges. And a little gap in the top here of the fuselage. I think I was just doing a little bit over keen with my scalpel when I was cleaning up a nib. So I'm just going to sand. What I've done is I've put a little bit of sprue glue in there. I'm just going to sand that back so that hole disappears, which it has, thankfully. And then I can start getting some paint on this. At least that's the idea anyway. A little bit under there as well. I didn't notice that before. I'm going to go along the seam. I don't want to, on this particular kit, the surface detail is really, really cool. So I don't want to sand that away and I have to replace it. A lot of riveting going on. So we're just going to bring down these seam edges in amongst the panels. Got a light sander. And we can bring these so they're nice and flat.
That's the forest wire. Snippers.
Cool. Okay. Oh. The more I look, the more you find. I thought I was ready, but maybe not. A little bit of glue in there. A little bit neater.
So how's it coming along?
Yeah, no, it's great. As I was, all I'm doing is there's a couple of areas in which, through my own heavy-handedness, I think more than anything else, I have managed to. When I've taken the nibs off, I've taken a little bit too much off. So just tidying up those. But we are ready to start applying something to it. So yeah, we're doing well, doing really well. I'm going to go with that. That's fine. So do it underneath first. Let me double check these.
Some glue.
That is the right one. Oh, wow.
Where's my flat ones? These.
Because I got them around the right way, to be honest. Let's double check. All right, no, they are indeed. Right. Okay, cool. So there you go. There's the main body with its wings on and tips.
Do they rotate?
Yep.
Or being glued to? Oh, cool.
No, you basically there's a little nib just on the end of this rod here.
Yep.
So they go in a specific manner, and they literally lock into place. So that's not going to fall off in any way, shape, or form, and you can tilt the wings to whatever elevation you want. So yeah,
Nice.
very nice, very cleverly done, and yeah, I'm impressed with that. I really am. Really am. Yeah, so probably we can get a paint on there. Quickly look over.
You're getting close to the painting station, there, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm literally at the point where I need to start getting the base colors on. So the underneath, like I said, is like a bluey grey. So I've specifically done it in rather than I normally base coat with black. But what I thought was I'm going to go with a little bit of subtlety and go with grey this time round.
Oh yeah.
Obviously got a little bit of spray to cover up where I sanded, etc. But I've been quite thin with it in places for the base coat, so there's enough there to key on with. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3 different colours. I use these 3 colours here for my underneath. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and bring out certain panels in certain colours to give it a little bit more interesting. Yeah. So that'll be the underneath, and then obviously on the top is an earthy colour and a green colour. So it's like camo. The hard part's going to be the splodgy effect, for want of a better phrase. Yeah, it's I don't know how well that's going to cut. So let me see if I can focus on that for you, which is what I thought. I didn't think it would do very well. So yeah, let me. Now, why isn't there something you can buy which gives you like 6 different arms, so that when you're streaming, you've got your hands in the right place? So yeah, as you can see by the call out there. Let's see if I can make sure that's in focus. There we go. You've got quite a mottling sort of effect, but it's pretty much on the nose there. It's on most of the belly here. Bear with me a second. There you go. That's my daughter phoning in to make sure I'm okay.
Oh, that's good.
Are you all right? Are you all right? Yes. Are you streaming? Yes. Oh, okay. Have you got time to talk? No.
It's good they're still looking out for you.
Oh yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah. So as I was saying, you could there's a heavy lot of mottling on the back here, and on the wing section at the back. But also the thing I have noticed is that on the leading edge as well is mottling. So yeah, don't know how I'm going to do that, but it'll be something similar to that. I think he's going to be the honest truth. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to Yeah, I'm going to try. I've got detail airbrush. I'm going to try with that. Mottling is not something I've really done per se, so I have got, thinking about it, I have got a spray stencil somewhere. I might do that actually. Give that a go. But yeah, so yeah, we're pretty much at the point where we're going to put some paint on, etc. Won't take long once it's done. Once I get to it, it won't take long at all.
Yeah.
So what I am going to do, I think, is I'm going to move some bits and pieces around on my on here. Do a little bit more undercoating, and then when I get to the point of doing the airbrushing, it'll be a quick wash. There are things I can be doing in the meantime, so that's not a problem. We've obviously got the undercarriage doors, etc., to get done as well, so that won't take long.
Before you know it, you'll have it knocked over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it won't take long. I'm fortunate in that respect. So, so going back to the chat very quickly, I think, yeah, Nick's just saying in relation to the PA, it just needs a third hand half the time to effectively use it. Yeah, that's very, very true. I'm guessing that's Scotty in the Facebook user land saying tucked up in bed, but got to admit, feels like snow. Later should be interesting. Snow thunderstorms are expected by midday US East Coast.
Oh.
Wow. Well, you stay safe.
Yes. Keep off the roads.
Oh, that is not who I thought it was. Oh no, it is. That was Scott. And Scott's also asking Nat if you enjoyed your birthday. Yeah, birthday girl, especially sung to by the great Luke, as promised, 1 year on. Griff is saying, watching that kit build up, James, makes me want to get Amusing Hobbies ME262. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. This is my first outing with Amusing Hobbies. Carl Smith, who's been on the stream all yesterday, except has built a couple of them and has told me for quite some time how amazing kits are to pop together. So yeah, I definitely would recommend Amusing Hobbies. One thing I will say to you though is if you are thinking about it, don't think about it, do it, get it. The reason being is Amusing Hobbies prices are starting to climb. And they are a company in which weren't overly known as such, or appeared not to be known, so the prices were kept down a little bit. But they are getting quite a good name for themselves now, so prices are increasing. So snag it while you can.
Get them while they're hot.
Absolutely.
I got the one Amusing Hobby in my kit selection, and it's a Panther 2.
Nice.
Which is a paper tiger, sort of paper panther, you should say.
Yeah.
But it's a stunning looking kit.
Yeah, they do look good. Nick's just saying that's a nice build there, James. Yes, it's been a pleasant build. It's not put me under any stress as yet, and it's all worth the effort. Scotty said when I did the BF 109 with the sawtooth come out, it sprayed enamels sprayed much better than acrylic. Okay. Christian there saying, hi boys, looking good, thank you very much.
Hi Christian. How's the Canberra going?
Yeah. We will. In fact, I'll do that in a second. Actually, I will put a post up in the Model Officers Mess for your Australian updates. I'll do that soon.
Well,
so make sure you
an epic kit that I started gave up, and now the whole club's been basically finishing it.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So everyone has to have a turn at it.
Right. Okay.
Because I cracked the wobblies with it. I couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
It just was a bad fit, and it sucked the fun out of it for me.
Yeah, they're unfortunate, those sort of kits, aren't they? There's few around. It's really hard to keep motivated when you've got a build like that.
Yeah, I'm just hoping my Airfix 124 scale Hellcat's not going to be as bad.
Oh, now I'm told that is a beautiful build.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my brains. I have a sneaky feeling there are a couple of issues, but nothing unsurmountable by any means.
Well, me being me, I've bought like a ton of aftermarket for it too.
Ah, right. Awesome.
Whatever I could find, I grabbed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not something I do very often. I've done it a couple of times for a couple of builds. But I generally do out of the box. I don't run after aftermarket as such.
Oh, I'm a sucker.
Two in the stash that have got almost everything thrown at. But they're special for me. So, Quantum says, James, don't forget. Sorry, Ian.
I said that's why we like Edward.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. Edward has tempted me on many occasions. I've resisted pretty much. So,
well, we've got 2, 4, 6 Profi pack Mustangs and a dual combo. Because I built one already and I just fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just such a really nice kit to build.
Cool. Quantum says, James, don't forget the bit where you run around the room making airplane sounds. They're probably after you fit the engines. Yeah. At the moment, there is no aircraft sounds because there's no goey roundy bits. But yeah, I'm more than likely will be at some stage. Badger just saying there that my next project is an Amin Hobbies. I couldn't ignore their Badger. Yes. Indeed. And Christian just saying, shh, don't mention the war. And a partridge in a pear tree. So yeah, we've been going for just over the 2 hours. Obviously, if you're building along with us, it's really important that you take some breaks. So let me remind you. And get yourself a cup of coffee, stretch your legs. The whole point of doing that is literally to get the blood flowing. Don't sit at the bench all the time. So yeah.
Yep. Totally agree.
Right, so obviously you're all chatting between yourselves. There's 15 of you watching. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this?
Ooh.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I thought
How
I'd
devil are
see.
you this morning?
Oh, I'm living the dream. Living the dream.
Living the dream. Hey, hang on a second. Have you changed your base idea?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
someone decided to try and stitch me up and chuck it across the garden and break the other one. So, no, she, I was trying to get, got some logs, tree trunks, basically. And I cut one out into the base that I wanted, the shape I wanted, because using a chainsaw on StreamYard probably isn't the best idea.
No, that's the wrong type of stream you want to do that in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was getting it all cut out and fine, brilliant, got it into the shape and how I wanted it. And then it was a case of just leaving it to dry in the sun and in the house. And as my very dear, lovely wife was taking it out one morning, she's tripped over in garden and dropped it and it smashed. It split in half. But on the flip of that, I have found out that it wasn't drying as quick as I wanted it. So it was still very wet. So probably leaving it a few more days wouldn't have made any difference to it. So I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll rethink my idea. And I've come up with this.
Cool. Thinking on your feet is always good for you, Lewis.
So
thinking on your feet is always good for you.
It certainly is. I'll try not to do it because it hurts. It hurts
Yes.
my brain.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
Minor thing. So the children are not with you or are with you?
Paige is with me. You can say hello,
okay.
Paige?
Hello.
Hi, Paige.
Hello from Australia.
This gentleman, he comes from right down the other end of the world, other side of the world.
If you look under the table, you'd be down under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you dig a hole deep enough, you'll get to see me.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. She's gone shy.
Bless her.
And the other one's in bed still.
Okay. The one person in the house with any sense, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And said that if he was up, he would probably be here doing all your chat and everything for you.
That's very true, yeah. So Dominic is there saying good morning. I'm going to have some breakfast. Oh, you lucky thing. Yes. I'm waiting for my brunch and I'm looking forward to it, I've got to say. I am ready for it. So just out of interest, Lewis, what is it you're actually using for your base now? So that looks like some fun.
Yeah, it's actually polystyrene.
Oh, okay.
Gone to like a builder's merchant and said that I told them what I do, and I don't really want to buy lots of big sheets of polystyrene or foam, things like that. So this stuff starts off in about 1.5 meters long square.
Okay, yeah.
And it's what they deliver the actual product on. So they sell like sheets of foam and insulation boarding and whatnot. And these strips, they're actually delivered on them. So they're not used after they've sold the product. So they've been saving them and giving me them free of charge.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So most people have like hundreds of models in the stash that it'll take them a lifetime to build. I have hundreds of these polystyrene strips that I'm never going to use in my entire lifetime.
Well, I don't know so much. You certainly seem to have got the diorama bug.
No.
Yeah, but what you got to remember, Lewis, is that there are extras you can buy for PE for diorama.
Or PE. I might look into it.
Excellent. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Is the lovely Nat building, or is she preparing breakfast, or lying in bed?
Yeah, she's been building. She's just gone out to put a nail in a coffin. Getting out to my marriage a bit quicker. No, she's done Paige's breakfast already. So she's halfway there. She's just got the other one to do.
Yeah.
Well, Daddy.
Yes, little girl.
Well, I did break it.
You broke what?
The piece of toast.
Oh.
And then that, but I'm still on the same bit of toast.
Oh, right. She just said she's broke her toast and she's still on the same bit of toast.
Oh, okay. Like a bit of toast. What a cracking idea.
Oh, she's got chocolate spread as well.
Nice. Well, I can certainly see that people are starting to wake up because the numbers are going up. So make sure you say hello. Good to have you here. Christian's just saying that it's a magical place. The sun is there out for more than 3 days a year. Yeah. Indeed. Right. I will be right back. I've just got to go and adjust my cat's attitude. Come here.
Whole day to get to a street.
Oh, princess.
It's a long way.
How are you getting on, Ian?
Good. Just working on the plants for the base. So got the dozer pretty much done now.
Oh, wow.
Kingdom. I see.
Look at
I
that.
say UK because it's our country.
That's all ready to go. So I'm just going to do like it's just doing clearing a jungle path.
Yeah.
So I'm just making up, you can see I'm making up all the plants here. So this should keep me busy for most of the night, I presume. While I'm waiting for the base to dry. I can paint that. Paint the figure. And so far it's looking like I'm going to have it done in time.
Brilliant. That is looking absolutely stunning.
Thank
I
you.
love that base. Sorry. My little boy's just woke up as well. I'm enjoying these laser cut plants. They're actually quite nice. Brand are they? They're model scene. Very nice. Really nicely detailed. They will need some paint, of course, but overall, I'm quite impressed. One fan, leaf.
Do you want it more?
If you can hear the whispering, I apologise. They're just doing breakfast orders.
No, you're right. No problem at all. I'm just in the at the moment. I'm just in the zone. You know, it's like you're in the zone. Just
Yeah.
the house could come down around me, and I probably wouldn't notice.
Connor paid.
Yeah, let's not worry about whispering. It's not a problem. Turns out it wasn't me that had to change the cat's attitude. It was a case of the human had to change his attitude because their bowl of food had run out.
Oh,
So, although I fed them as soon as I come downstairs. That they have a dry mix upstairs, and it was empty. So, peace has been restored.
For a cat, if that happens.
Sorry,
I said for a cat's attitude, that's the end of the world if that happens.
Oh yeah, well that was the problem. I was pretty much being told, as a human that looks after us, cats, you're not good enough.
Yes.
So I've adjusted my attitude and resolved the issue. So it was all
Attitude or catitude?
catitude. Well, now see, if I was changing their attitude, it would be catitude. But it turns out it was the human's attitude that had to change to the correct module. So yeah, but that's all resolved now. So they for the last week or so, they've because I'm home alone with them, they have become very, very clingy, which is very unlike them. And I think they're going to find the rest of this weekend a little bit difficult, bless them. So, but that's okay. It's all good. The right treats, the right box, sweeties. They're happy chappies. So Quadaman's just saying there that breakfast orders. Oh, I'll have coffee too, and toast. I got a bit of feedback on there, Lewis. I think
Feedback.
I know I had. No, it's gone. Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry, I've just unmuted my mic.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. And Nick's saying, do we get to place breakfast orders here?
Yeah, I'm putting in for a full English breakfast: 3 sausages, 4 rashers of bacon, 2 eggs, hash browns, beans, tomatoes.
See, that's what Jane just said. It sounded very nice until he said white pudding instead of black pudding.
Oh, black pudding.
No black pudding. I've gone all white. Today.
Black.
No, I normally what I do is I normally will have a bit of black and a bit of white pudding. But when I pick them up out of the fridge at the store, I just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to get white pudding for a change. Mix it up a bit.
Aye, why not? Never had white pudding.
It's pretty much the same as black pudding, but it's got a slightly different taste to it because there's some ingredients that isn't in it. So, yeah, all good. Let us.
Keep on modelling.
That makes me laugh every time I see that. I think he had so much fun making those videos, bless him. So, Ian, did you need to step away to get something to eat? You said a little while back.
What's the time? Oh shit! It's 7 o'clock here already. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a bit peggish. Yeah, I might actually do that. Bail out for about half an hour if that's all right, and have a quick bite.
Well, we're meant to finish in an hour for this segment, but
I'll wait an hour.
Well, I'm just wondering because there's a half-hour gap between them. I'm just wondering maybe we'll have an early break, and then come back in an hour. How about that?
Well, it's up to you, mate. I'm happy to oblige either way.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So what we'll do is we'll round it up to 3 hours. So that's 15 minutes or so. And then we'll break and come back for hang on, I've got to do some maths here now. What am I doing to myself? So if we come back for what time is it where you are now? It's 7 o'clock, do you say?
Just turned 7.
Okay, so if we do that and then come if we do that and then come back at 7:15, how about that? Is that okay?
Sorry, come back when?
8:15. Sorry, not 7:15, because that wouldn't be an hour.
You give me 10 minutes.
My
We'll hang on for 15 minutes and take a break.
Oh, the Steph is in. Hi, Steph. How you doing?
Good morning, gentle people.
Hey, Steph.
Good morning, Steph.
How are you doing? How are you feeling? Did you manage to get some sleep, or did you get that song out of your head?
No, I'm still going to kill you. I had to sit and watch the stuff for half an hour before I fell asleep. All I had was that song going round and round and round and round. Oh.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, good morning, Ian. Good morning, Nat. Good morning, Lewis.
Morning.
Hey, Steph.
Nice chunk of polystyrene I saw just now.
Thank you.
You did. Steph, I'm gonna ask your opinion on this.
Go on, then.
No, I'm gonna talk in English time because it's easier.
Yeah.
So currently it's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. We're meant to do the show until 9.
Yep.
And then break for half an hour and then come back.
Right.
But we were just discussing because Ian's got to go have something to eat and I haven't had any breakfast yet. So we were going to stop in about 15 minutes and break for an hour. But as you are here, do you want to carry on?
I will carry on.
And we'll slope off and have something to eat.
Not a problem. If you give me 5 minutes, I'm just priming some bits and pieces.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Once I've got those done, I will be back in and I will look after the show. Nice 251, Lewis. That is looking really good.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. So's yours, James. So look at yours, Ian.
I do.
Nice.
I'll just highlight you in 1 second. Let me make you big. There we go.
I am loving that.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
That is.
Oh, no. You can tell he's bloody Dutch, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
At the moment now, I'm working on the bass.
Oh, you're doing a dio. Oh, yeah, he is Dutch. You can tell he's definitely from Dutch.
All me jungle plants I'm working on at the moment too.
You know what? He's going to have one of those little steam generators inside the funnel. So inside
It's a secret. Don't tell anyone yet, Steph.
Tempt me. Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Tempting? I'm tempting you.
Oh, you are. No, I think as it is, I'll be just getting it done on time. So
Yeah, we have the UK. That load of us have certainly learned the knack of trying to throw people under the bus. Because with the Americans last night, I immediately went to Ivan and threw him straight under the bus. So
good. Oh, I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. But he's rising to the challenge. That's good. Yeah. So
cool. Well, the tiger moth is coming along nicely. Like the stuff prime.
Good.
And it's going to be completely rigged.
Good for you.
It's going to have rigging on it.
Good for you, Steph. I'm pleased you're going to do that because I know exactly how you felt last night, having experienced that last year. So
yeah. Well, that's 2 years on the truck. My model's gone tits up.
Damn, yeah, you're right. I'd forgotten that.
Yeah, I broke the canopy at the end on the MIG eater. the
Yeah.
MiG 28
Yeah.
from Top Gun. So yeah, but hey ho, these things happen. They are sent to tries, and try as they do,
Yep.
and it's just sod it. Yeah, I'll eventually get round to that thing because I'm not gonna let it beat me, but I'm gonna have to drill holes, and make pegs, and do some scratch on it because there's so many gaps on it. So
yeah. Well, it's a good way of doing it, and you don't want a model to beat you. So
no,
I do have a little surprise for you.
how much have we made?
Well, we'll cover that in a second. It's not actually to do with that.
All right.
But we have a young gentleman in the chat, Nick, is welcoming you back to the fold. But Nick has sent me a message during the night offering to give us some more kits for the auction.
Wow.
So we have 3 more kits to add into the Australian auction.
Right. Okay, then.
I will
Let me
sort
finish
those.
off
I will sort those slides out.
Okay, so if you want to sort them out, I was going to say when you get back after your breakfast, I can sort them out if you want. If you send us a template, but if you're going to do them, then
Yeah, I'm all ready to rock and roll with it. It'll take me literally a couple of moments to do, so I can do it. So that's wonderful, and obviously thanks to Nick, that increases the amount of lots in the Australian stroke New Zealand auction. So that's cool.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Yeah, it's phenomenally generous. I'm going to quickly look at the chat, and then I'm going to slope off and go and start getting my breakfast ready.
Right, give me 2 minutes. And I will be back.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, no problem. I can hear that bacon cooking as we talk. So it's not obviously, but yeah. So anyway, Nick was just saying, it's not a true breakfast if it doesn't have black pudding. Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose, in a way. But
I completely agree.
if you live in the northern part of the UK, then they would say probably the same if it didn't have Scotch oaks. So let's say, there you go. Was it oat cakes? I think they call it.
Oat cakes.
Yeah, I know some foreign stuff. You know what the Scottish are like. They're, weird. Quantum is saying, when I said keep on modelling, did anyone else feel the need to strike a sexy pose?
I don't feel the need. I just look like bottom half. I'm advertising for an underwear shot.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and sexy pose does not come into my vocabulary quite. So there you go. Nick's just saying, Ian, is that small screen needed to be enlarged? I think that's in relation to me making your box larger so we can see your build.
Oh yes,
it's not a reflection.
I do enjoy working in smaller scales.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can agree with that statement, but I know what you mean. And we've been joined by Stefan. Morning, Stefan. How are you?
Morning, guys. Good.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning.
And morning, Miranda, if she's there in the background.
No, she's still asleep.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
I just woke up, got a good couple of hours of sleep, and now good cup of coffee and starting in a minute.
Then cracking on with that masking.
Yeah. First, I got to do some airbrushing. And then I can crack on with the masking.
Excellent. Cool. Okay. So that's all the comments up to date. Everybody that's here has been introduced. Like I said, I will put up a post in the mess for the Australian update. That'll go up in the next hour or so, so keep an eye on that. And just remember this segment, although due to finish, will roll over into the next segment where we will have our Australian friends with us for a little while, because that will be the time of your auction, which will be 9 o'clock your time in Australia.
Yep.
If you're in New Zealand, it will obviously be different, and if you're in certain parts of Australia, it will be different, I guess. But yeah, 9 o'clock will be that. Steph will sort it all out. It will explain all the rules and regulations and all that sort of stuff, and we'll do the auction. So that's all cool. So there you go. Yeah. So I've not cracked on an awful lot myself. I've done a little bit of filling, a little bit of sanding. So we're basically at the point now where I've popped the wheels, the wings on. They're fully movable. And I'm going to start putting some base coats on for the finished colour. That's coming up next for me. I'm going to tackle that after my breakfast, which I'm going to have in a little bit. But yeah, so why don't we head over for a video? Haven't done one for a little while. Let's listen to a message from Metro Hobbies.
Hi all, from the team at Metro Hobbies, we congratulate you and thank you for participating in the 48-hour model challenge as part of the Models for Heroes charity. I know 48 hours is not a long time to do a model, but give it your best effort. But the big thing is have fun and remember why you're doing it. For the people in the auction on Saturday, these are two of the kits that will be in there. Remember that what you're bidding for is the charity and the people involved with the charity and the people that need that charity. So bid well, bid high, go for it, but in the end, have fun, and I hope it all works really, really well. Have a great day, guys, and see you then. Bye.
So there you go. Yeah, thanks for Metro Hobbies for stepping in to be one of our sponsors over the weekend. Really, really appreciate it. And kudos to those guys for stepping up to the plate. And thank you very much to Mac for doing the video as well, because I'm sure he walked into work and was told, you need to make a video. It was very last minute, so thank you for doing that. Just to pop over to the comments. And where are we? Okay, so Christian is just saying there that excuse me, for all our New Zealand friends, set your clocks back 30 years.
Yes, the rivalry continues.
Oh yeah. John Marley said, I've just woken up too. Fell asleep on the couch for an hour. Mrs. Marley woke me up by saying, shouldn't you be building a model? Never said that before. Oh, yeah. This whole 48-hour birthday bash will always bring you elements of new experiences. So thank you, Mrs. Marley, for geeing him along. Oh dear, funny. It did make me chuckle when I read that. Yeah, my dearly beloved hasn't popped in and double checked that I'm still going.
I'm sure she will.
Oh yeah, well no, I'm sure she's doing it secretly. You know, she's got the training, so yeah, she's probably watching me on her own webcam somewhere in this room. to see what I'm up to. So,
I didn't realise you were Spets now.
oh, yeah, you'd be surprised. Nothing would surprise me, got to be honest. But, yeah. So, yeah, I forgive me while I just do a little bit of admin. Everyone's
we
working.
also have the comments. Yeah.
We this is the joy about the 48 hour is that every now and again you go onto the stream and everyone's just got their head down and busy doing what they need to do, and that's just how it should be. It's fine.
Well, I want to go have something to eat, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll be back.
Okie dokie.
In a bit, Ian.
No
See you in a
worries,
bit,
guys.
Ian.
Hooroo.
See you soon, mate.
I've been on the fly.
How are you, Stefan?
Excuse me, Steph?
I said, how are you?
Yeah. Not awake totally yet, but I'm waking up. How's your model, Steph?
Which one?
I hope the other one didn't crash.
Oh, it crashed and burnt.
Okay.
So it's I started on the Tiger Moth last night. So there you go. That's one.
Was too,
That's one.
too frustrated, Steph?
No point in getting frustrated because you won't do anything.
Yeah.
There you go. There's one attachment point for my rigging. Just there.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Sorry, can I just clarify something? Did you say something about not being frustrated?
I'm not frustrated now.
I was going to say, yeah, with that rigging.
Oh, rigging? No, I can sit and do rigging for hours, mate. This is probably one of the most apart from actually, which don't tell John Mayfield this, but sitting and doing track bashing is just as satisfying.
I wondered where that was going for a second. I really did.
Sorry, I'm trying to talk and concentrate on what I'm doing, failing miserably.
You're multitasking.
Steady on, Steph.
Shh! Don't tell Lise.
No, I think you just did.
Just put a little amount of glue on, and then you can still bend them.
Oh, look at that.
So I had a really good idea. I thought I can dry the clay a bit quicker by sticking it in oven. I thought polystyrene and heat don't mix.
You didn't.
I thought I was muted.
No.
It was a good idea at the time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Put it out
Well,
the sun.
Like everything to do with model making, Lewis, you live and learn.
Yeah. Oh, 2 seconds.
It kind of sounds like he's awake.
Been up 5 minutes and already winding each other up.
Oh, that's normal. That's just
That's
everyday
what siblings
life.
do. So is Dave on this morning, is he?
No, Dave's got a family thing he's got to do. So it's just been me and Ian. Dave was in the US stream, so he doesn't get behind.
Cool.
And he'll be back later on. I hope in time for the auction, but I'm not sure. The honest answer.
Oh, have we got an update on the figure? James, do you want me to?
Yeah, you can do.
Cool. Let me just quickly go to it. And there I am, all prepared. As per usual. Where are we? There we go. More. What was it last night, James?
We literally just went over the £1,000 mark, I believe.
Okay. So, share this. Right, you can have a drum roll, and there you go. £1,114.
Wow.
Ooh. Well done, everybody.
So, thank you
That is awesome.
very much. That is amazing work, guys. It's going to help so many people. Just remember, every 35 quid you raises helps a beneficiary with a starter kit of models, paints, brushes. Every time I talk about this, I always forget brushes.
Yeah.
And I've been reminding myself, don't forget brushes, don't forget brushes. So, guess what? I didn't forget brushes. So, there we go. That's how much we've raised so far. And it's all down to you guys watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you know, I'm going to be sat in the restaurant tonight. I'm going to be sat at end of table doing this.
Well, we've got a comment from Scotty. Scotty says, Steph, why did you pick a model with rigging? Glutton for punishment. I actually love rigging. I like working out what holes I need to drill, where everything's going to go, what I need to do. It's a prior planning of it that I like, and it's just when you've got everything in place, it's just sitting there with line and tweezers and a bit of super glue and doing it all.
And you're loving it, the rigging?
Oh yes, love rigging.
I've got some work for you.
No, rigging, not masking.
No. I've got a restoration project.
Oh, look at that.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never done anything like that.
The rigging has to be done totally. Yeah, it's falling off now, so it has to be a great restoration. But
well, have fun doing it, Stefan.
yeah, but I thought you liked it.
No,
He's gonna like watching you do it.
There's only one thing I like doing in the rigging, and the Sex Pistols sang that one. No, that I've never attempted. That is so far outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And especially doing a restoration for somebody else. I actually wouldn't feel comfortable doing it because I don't know what I'm doing. If I knew what I was doing, yeah, of course I'd help you.
Yeah. I've built one ship myself, and that was fun to do. A lot of work, but still fun to do.
Yeah, that's one ship more than I've built.
What?
One ship more than I've built with rigging.
Yeah.
That's suppose it's something I should look into trying.
Seconded.
Are you stitching me up, Nat?
Would I do that to you, Steph?
Yes, in a heartbeat. Just the same as you would, Lewis.
Oh no, I do it quicker to Lewis.
All right, okay. At least you pause and think.
Just
No. Yeah, let's stitch him.
You do know I am still here.
Yeah.
Stitching me up.
Could be worse, Lewis.
How?
Someone could be stitching you up the paper model.
You broke up a bit there, Nat.
Good morning, my darling.
Morning, Steph.
Yes. Oh, I'm just about to get my breakfast done and brought to me by my amazing, lovely wife.
Oh, she's amazing.
She is. She's awesome. I think one thing we have to say is our partners, long-suffering partners, are awesome. I do have to say a huge thank you to her. Why she's stuck with me, I don't know.
You have definitely got a good lady there, Steph.
Oh, tell me about it. She's one in a million, that.
Well, she just call you a cheapskate.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can she give some pointers to Nat?
B.
Yeah, she can point out the best frying pan to use. There you go, Steph. Those extras I put in, done.
Brilliant. Thank you, mate. Yeah, going back to John Marley. Oh, we've got some comments coming in. Give me a sec. Let me just finish off this one. I'll go through them. Right, going back quickly just to what John Marley said about his wife. She got it wrong. She should have woken up and said, shouldn't you be buying a model? And Steve is singing the well-known Sex Pistols song in the rigging because there's else to do. Scotty says, morning, Steve. Steve says, morning, Steph. Morning, Steve. Who the devil are you, young sir? How's your ATST come along? Git. Steph is trying to get 4 sausages with that comment. No, just scrambled egg on toast. That'll do me. Normally it's poached eggs, but these can't poach eggs. Because it's me who usually does the cooking. But my dearly beloved has said, is there anything I can do for you this weekend to help you? And I've said, yeah, you can cook me breakfast. And I was quite surprised when she said, yep. And I said, just scrambled egg. And so she said, yep, that's all you're going to get because I don't poach.
Poached eggs are my favourite eggs, but by God, they're a demon to do.
Oh, no, dead easy. Dead easy. How do you like them done?
Barely cooked. Very, very runny.
Cool. Yeah. What I do is I put my grill on and I stick my toast with my bread under the grill. Mm-hmm. And then I crack my eggs into the boiling water. The water's not, don't spin the water. I don't put anything else in the water, just boiling water. Then leave them. And while I am sorting out the toast, I'll flip the toast over and then once I flip the toast over, I give the eggs a stir so they spin around in the water on their own. They're not stuck to the bottom or anything daft. Mm-hmm. And then once the toast is done, whip the toast out, butter the toast, chuck it on a plate, eggs straight on. and that should give you nice, snotty, runny eggs.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
well, you're baking us off.
I want poached eggs now.
I'm lucky.
Have you just done a Mackie D's call out?
No, she's
Right.
cooking.
I'm going to quickly scoot off and get a bite to eat and a cup of coffee. Just so you know, for you guys, there is a post up in the Model Officers Mess for your Australian update. So if you've got any updates of your build so far, pop it in there and we will have a look at that in the next couple of hours or so. Yeah, I'll see you shortly. All right.
Bye.
Wait,
See you later,
stop calling me
James.
Shorty.
Later, James.
In a bit.
Sorry, Steph.
Stop calling me Shorty.
Okay. Right.
In a bit.
Thanks, Steph. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, mate. Anytime. That's not really very clever, is it, Lewis? Leaving us two in charge.
No, probably not the wisest idea, but hey ho.
Well, there's always Nat to keep us under control.
She'll be so lucky. She knows who boss is.
Hang on, who's cooking your breakfast as we speak?
That's
Who's
what
watching your breakfast?
she knows who boss is. She is.
What did she? She's watching your breakfast, cooking it.
Cooking his breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, it sounded like something else.
Dread
I
to
was gonna-
think.
I was going to say, how's she doing your eggs? Fertilised or non-fertilised?
Oh, dear me.
Come on, you two, be honest. You've missed me, haven't you?
Oh yes, Steph.
Like
What's
a hole
the-
in the head.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to say that, but I'm not going to disagree with you.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if you did, Lewis.
It's rude to disagree with people.
Unless you're married to him.
Right, where are we up to on the comments? Steve says, morning, Scott. Mr. Scurry. Farger says, all the fun. Just glued the fuselage together, then masking the windows up the middle. One fell out. Fingers are too short to reinstall it. Oh, I hate that. When you're making a big fuselage. Oh, he's making the waka, isn't he?
Yeah.
One of the fuselage windows has just dropped in. That is so annoying. So annoying. Totally scale model says poached are easy. Oh, yes. I'm going to start with primer. There's Dominic. Stefan, is Dominic all right with Dom, or does he prefer Dominic?
Dominic, yeah.
Cool. Connor Man, isn't poaching illegal? I may be a Burke. What is thinking of the wrong sort of poaching? Yeah. No. It's not a bad idea to leave you two in charge. Leaving me in charge, not that there would be a terrible idea. What could get you committed to the loony bin? I've already been there. It was fun practicing your trick cycling.
Yeah, if we left Dan in charge, it wouldn't be a bad idea because he'll just see that big red button in corner of screen and press it, and that's it, game over.
All right, is that Quano Man?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any relation to you, Lewis?
No,
Okay,
no, none to me at all.
so it doesn't run in the family then.
No, not that I'm admitting.
And Mr. Marley, which brand kit is the F-35, Steph?
It's from Meng.
Oh, soft plastic then. It is a nice plastic, but it's quite soft, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a great fitting.
They always are.
Yeah.
I've just done the 124 DR1, and I've got the 132 Red Baron as well to do. And the problem is that in transit on the 132nd DR1, there's a part that breaks on some of them, and there's loads of people saying mine's broke. I checked mine out because I was given a second one that's been part done, so I checked both of them out. One's broken, one's not. So I'm like, whoop whoop! I can make one and repair the other. Yeah, that was the fucker I was building on your 24-hour build.
Yeah.
On your 48.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was on 48, yeah. So, yeah, I need to finish that bugger off.
It still didn't finish?
No. I've got that. I've been doing that King Tiger now for nearly a year. You need to get it finished because it's getting silly now.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I got a lot of kits here. I'm still working on for more than a year.
So who's that has popped in? We've got Steve from Totally Scale Models has popped in. Hello, Steve. How you doing? Oh no, it's Carl. Oh.
No, it's Steve.
Morning.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Yeah,
Hello,
good.
Steve.
Morning, you all right?
I am fine. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad, thank you.
Good, good. How's your ATST coming along? Good.
I heard that earlier.
You were meant to.
Good. Most of it's all primed.
Oh, there it is. Let's have a look.
There's just a few small bits to add on and whatever once it
Yeah.
starts getting built together. But yeah, I cracked on a bit last night. So.
How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I've got up. My wife was snoring, so I was like, okay, I'm getting up then. But yeah.
Is that revenge?
Well, probably. Yeah, mine. Yeah. But yeah, I got to bed about 4 o'clock this morning.
And you're up this early?
Yeah. Well, my daughter didn't finish work till just gone 3:30, 4:45.
Wow.
And when it's that time in the morning, I go and pick her up.
Yeah. I came off the stream about 1:30, but I couldn't get to sleep till about 1:30.
Yeah, I was
all
watching.
I had going round in my head was that bloody music.
It's addictive.
Talking of that bloody music, where are we?
Oh, look, these scrambled eggs turned up.
Oh, yes. Nom nom.
It made me hungry now. I've not had anything to eat yet. But just in case you hadn't forgotten it.
There we go. Remember, guys, stretch your legs, go and refill your coffee, have a wander. And where are we? Let's have a video from one of our beneficiaries.
Morning, Dan.
I'm Simon. I was discharged from the Air Force after 28 years with a bad back and a bad head. My marriage failed. I moved somewhere fairly isolated, and I was really struggling with isolation and loneliness. I heard about models from heroes through Walking with the Wounded, and as someone that used to do loads of model making as a kid, I thought, you know what, it might be a really good way of getting me back into modelling. What I actually found was a huge supportive community, a family of veterans and modelers who are there for each other and use modelling as a medium to support each other rather than the end goal. Models for Heroes is an absolutely amazing organisation. They have absolutely turned my life around. Honoured to be part of an organisation like that that's reducing veteran loneliness and isolation and improving mental health.
What was that? 3 mouthfuls, Steph?
Sorry?
What was that? 3 mouthfuls?
Yes, 3 mouthfuls and it's gone. You ask any ex-military guy, Stefan will probably back me up on this.
Yeah.
The speed you eat.
Yeah.
You eat really, really fast. Stefan?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Go.
You might not get it off for a long time.
Mm. And you've got to scoff it quick because otherwise it goes cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
normally the food is already cold when it's arriving.
Yeah. But Lisa's always said, you eat too fast, you eat too fast. And it's just like, no, this is what we do. You get hot food, you scoff it, and you scoff it as fast as you can because you're probably going to get a shout. So, yeah, it doesn't last long, food on my plate. Especially if it's something like that. No, I'm gone. Yep. My nickname's a Dyson in the house. I'm eating. So let's quickly go through the chats. Now I've managed to stuff my face.
Steph, I'm going off for a sec.
Okay.
Because I have to prime something.
Not a problem.
Yeah, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
Bye. So, where are we? There we go. Connorman, big red button and I don't get to push it. That's just not fair. That was Connorman. And John Marley, thought so. I've got one behind me. It'll be done sometime this year. So what happens if you win the Victor then, John? Connorman, King Tiger. Does he have a crown or armor like Battle Cat from He-Man? Connorman again. Morning, Steve.
Morning, Dan.
John Marley, Simon's story sounds quite similar to mine. Yeah, we play Dungeons and Dragons as well on a Sunday night. And he says, I guess I'm not alone. No, you're not. I'd be quite surprised at how many people have a similar story. Greetings from the Netherlands. Great job you are doing. Is that who, sir? Let's have a look. No, that's Ur Litton. Hello, Ur. Thank you very much. And hello to the Netherlands. So that's us caught up on what's the word I'm looking for? Comments.
Chat.
Oh, good Lord. Talk about brain fart. It's all right. I'm not trying to sleep, so I'm fine. Oh, that was just rattling around my brain last night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been in my head for a couple of weeks now. It's like,
bet.
I think one morning I woke up and it was in my head, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's all good fun. It's all for good cause.
Indeed.
So, have you sorted out what style you're going to do it, Steve?
Well, if I can get it practically built today, well, but no, I need to get it all built today completely, and then I will go for the Moss Bros look.
All right, cool. And we've got another Facebook user. That's Mr. Alabaster. Stand by your vote to income in. Saying good morning all. Morning, Mike.
Morning.
Mr. Marley, if I win the Victor bid, I get to stop building 77 Squadron aircraft for the display case at work. Sounds like a win-win. Nice. So is this a job you have to do, John, doing your squadron aircraft? Or is it something that you've taken on as in the form of a secondary duty? Oh. Yeah, Mike's saying, stand easy. Oh, I can actually get to tease somebody here. Let me just switch cams. Oh, there we go. It's on the right one. So if I just pop this off for a sec. Are you watching her? Fanar. Are you watching, Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley, are you watching? Ooh, Afro Shackleton. Very nice. Yes, that's the recent one. And above it.
Oh,
I've got in my stash, Mr. Marley.
Oh.
Yeah, just thought I'd tease him.
I could buy one.
So,
what is significantly different with the new one then?
what, the shack?
Yeah.
It's just a better mold. And they've got all the because the Shackletons at Lossy were all named after characters from the Magic Roundabout. So Dougal, Zebedee, Florence, etc., etc. And that was still flying till the late 80s, I believe, early 90s. And it was the last derivation of the Lancaster, or the original one was a Manchester, which became the Lancaster. Yeah, so the derivation of the Lancaster was still flying in the Air Force in the late 80s.
TikTok version.
Sorry, say again, Steve.
Is it the TikTok version?
What do you mean TikTok version?
I think we had the pods on the end of the wings.
No. No, it's not. 30,000 rivets flying in very close formation. So I've got a couple of comments here, John Marley. Something I've taken on. Mindfulness as well as the current ones look somewhat embarrassing. And I'll just leave that there for a second.
No. Play nicely.
I always play nicely.
This kit is way too small. So it's telling you to do the bullets.
Yeah.
And paint them up. What, 3 different colours?
It's fun, Lewis.
They're the bullets.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
How many have I got?
Yes, please.
Dan is saying bullets. All I could see was a rod.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Rodney? What are you feeding the dog?
Sausage.
You giving the dog Lincolnshire sausage? You giving the dog sausage for?
I've got some spare.
Well, you could have put it in my sandwich.
Yeah, you've got enough to keep you going.
Spare sausages, there's no such thing of like that in my house.
No.
No, I didn't think there was in mine, but
Obviously there is.
dog gets fed better than me.
Yeah.
It was on
Well,
chicken and rice last week.
Bless. Our puppy gets lots of treats at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's within really good reason.
Yeah.
How is it going on?
She's doing really well, thanks very much, Steve.
Good.
Yeah, she wouldn't go to bed last night until I finished, bless her.
Oh, boy.
Lisa tried to get her to go up with her, and she just stayed on the sofa and, as if to say, nope, I'm waiting for him.
Waiting for Daddy.
Right, I'm just going to nip off and stuff my face.
Okay, mate, not a problem.
When are you going to have your breakfast?
When she actually cooks something decent to eat.
Quickly back just to remind you that this part of the stream is drawing to an end. Our next one will be up very shortly.
Okay, pokey.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot out now. I'll let you wrap this up, and then we'll start the next one 9:30. So there'll be a short gap between, but that'll get us back onto schedule. That's 9:30 UK time. All right.
Yep.
Hockey cocky.
Cool.
I'll see you there.
James. Morning, James, by the way.
Morning, Steve. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, cool.
Well,
yeah, if I leave you to wrap this up then, Steph, and
Okay.
and I'll see you on the other side.
Yep, see you on the other side, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, is that Miranda?
Yeah.
You sound absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I am. Oh, it's so very pleasant, this 48-hour build.
Oh, they're great fun, aren't they? Right then, so we're going to wind up on this one. Thank you very much for following us. Keep your eye on YouTube and in the Facebook group for the next session, which will be in about half an hour. So we're all going to go and refill our coffee cups or spirit cups or beer cups or pipe mugs or whatever you're doing, because it is 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. So it's a goodbye from me.
Bye.
It's a bye from him, and it's a bye from him, and it's a bye from them. So remember, guys, stay safe, keep modelling.